Uh, Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Jash Reads. I'm sorry about no new episodes on Monday, but I can't really remember, but it was basically I didn't have time. I just didn't have time to practice. And then I'm sorry about this episode coming out late tonight. I like to do one episode earlier, like maybe around 4 or 5, maybe, and then one later around midnight. Let's just say last night was chaotic, and I'm still recovering from it today, plus some other things happened today, so yeah, I'm sorry. It didn't mean out for this episode to be out so late, but sometimes life likes to, yeah. But anyways, let's continue with Animorphs number 7, The Stranger by K.A. Applegate. I flew in absolute silence. The wind rushing over the top of my wings never ruffled a feather. The moon was low on the horizon, just a sliver. High clouds blocked the starlight. The grassy field just a few feet below me would have been black and featureless to human eyes. But I was not looking through human eyes. My eyes were so large, they nearly filled my head. They looked through the darkness like it was noon on a sunny day. I could see individual blades of grass. I could see the ants crawling beneath the grass. My hearing was so acute that I could hear a mouse step on a twig from 75 feet away. I could hear the beating wings of a sparrow that was flitting from tree to tree. I had morphed into a great horned owl, the night killer, the predator of darkness. I flew lower still, closer to the ground, letting the owl's mind search out prey. Here a mouse, there a shrew, there a vow, and all the many little birds. They were all meat to the owl. I could descend, silent and deadly, on a rat or rabbit, spread my talons wide, and strike. I could squeeze my talons until they burst the skulls of my prey, and no, I told myself I was not Tobias. He had no choice but to be a predator. I had a choice. Like my father had a choice. He could just not move. And then I wouldn't have to make this awful decision if he knew. If he understood everything, he wouldn't do this. He would understand that I was part of the battle to help save Earth. But I couldn't tell him. Not even my dad. He could be one of them. That's what knowing about the Yerks does to you. You look at everyone and wonder what's living inside their brains. Even though I felt like somehow I would just know if my dad was a controller. I guess I've always had a close relationship with my dad, right from the start. Going back as far as I can remember, we were always doing stuff together. I mean, I have this photograph of me when I was 3 years old, standing on a balance beam with my dad holding me up and grinning at the camera. I love that picture, even though I look lame in the outfit I had on. I keep it on my desk in my room. When my mom was pregnant with my little sister Sarah, I overheard my parents talking. My mom was saying maybe this time she would have a boy. I know you've always wanted a boy, she told my dad. Oh, come on, he answered. That was years ago. I thought I had to have a boy to do all the fun dad stuff with. But I have Rachel. She's as good as any boy. She's already tougher than most boys her age. Have you seen the vault she can do? My mom groaned. Don't ever let her hear you say that. Little girls do not want to be told they are as good as a boy. She was wrong. I know it was sexist and all, but I still thought it was great. My dad thought I was tough as any boy. Cool. If only he knew what I was doing now, I thought. How could he expect me to make this decision? I couldn't leave my friends. I couldn't. They weren't counting on me. We were going back to the Yerk pool, and they were counting on me to be brave and strong. That's what they thought I was. But if I was so brave and so strong, why was I suddenly imagining a very different life? A long, long way from the war with the Yerks. Why was I imagining a life of gymnastics classes and ball games with my dad? A place where I was just a person, where no one expected me to go back down into that hell of screams and despair called the Yerk pool. I was so brave and so tough. Why was I imagining a normal life? Okay, that's the end of that chapter. Okay, hang on, I need to wipe down my eyes a little. Hang on. Da 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 da. Oh, shit. God damn. Oh, fuck. Hang on. Hang on. I hate wearing glasses and dealing with a little headset microphone. It's goddamn. I spent like 5 or 10 minutes figuring out shit. But oh god, yeah, that was I knew it was a sad chapter. But until I practiced last night, I did not realize how emotional I was going to get. I'm going to get emotional. It's a sad chapter, you know, that's what happens. And then it's like this whole bursting forth of emotion came from me. I'm like, damn. That's a little more than I expected, but you know it's good. But like acting, I know I'm not reading like from a autobiography. You know, I'm sort of aware by now that, you know, Rachel isn't real, but still the emotions I have to dig through to read is, yeah, that's like this one, it started draining a little bit. But yeah, so Rachel to everyone else seems to be this big powerful Animorph that is unafraid of things. If you say the craziest plan possible, Rachel's response will be, oh, that seems like a good idea. But really, in this chapter, you really, really get to see how broken down she is. Like, how much she can experience fear. And bravery is not about going into dangerous situations without feeling fear. It's feeling fear and still doing the thing anyway. And Rachel, with this book, we really get to see her other side. Like, she's... Yeah, it's like, hey, find the Eric's okay, that's one thing, but then there's, as she pointed out last chapter, it's like this small, should be inconsequential thing, but it's really getting to her. And it's like, Rachel is strong, she's very strong, but she is not without fear. I remember there being like a Fearless book series. I only think I read one book of it, maybe. Way back in the 90s, so I need to look that up. But yeah, I do like this book's exploration into Rachel as a complex character. And I like that she's not just some big, strong woman that need no man, but she's a big, strong woman that's still weak and vulnerable. Like, can still kick your ass. So, you know, she's nice and complex here, and I did like this chapter. I would have actually been reading Rachel in this chapter like, oh, cool, I'm an owl flying at night. But then it's like, wait, she's dealing with big trauma issues. And so it's more like she's trying to be happy and failing. And I figured that was a much better way to approach the chapter. It was, yeah. I try to act, I tried to add nuance. I'm not sure whether I succeed or not. Hey. But anyways, what did you think about this chapter? And hey, also tell me, what would you do in any sort of owl morph? Well, owl morph at night. Like, would you fly around at night to calm down? What would you do? Would you have hunted? Now, just comment down below. Please remember, no major spoilers. I'm really, really hoping that people that people who are really unaware of the Animorphs series just suddenly run across these videos and are like, oh, cool, Animorphs is actually a pretty cool series. I sort of want to get into it. And everyone who has read the entire series knows there are some big fucking twists and turns. I mean, already barely 7 books in, because I not kind of this as a full 7th because we haven't gone through the whole book. But, you know, in book 2 we find out, oh, Chapman actually sacrificed himself so his daughter could be free. Oh, mom's. Oh, cool, Marco's mother is alive, oh my god. And it's like, there's going to still be more twists and turns, and it's like, you really don't want to spoil those for people who haven't read the whole series yet. But if you do want to talk spoilers with me, say a theory that maybe takes into account maybe books 12 and 17. If you're watching this on the YouTube, link in the description. Link in the description to my Tumblr Ask box where you can, you know, just go wild. And if you're one of those people who have just reached this video and you're like, hey, Animorphs seems to be pretty cool, I actually like this. If you're on the YouTubes, link in the description. If you are watching on my blog, link down below. And both links will take you to guess where? Guess where? will take you to where you can buy your very own copy of Animorphs #7 The Stranger by Kay Applegate. So, well, start reading. Sorry, I had to drink something there. And if you're watching on the YouTubes, please like this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And hey, if you're on my Blogly blog and on the desktop version of my Blogly blog, please choose the follow by email option so you never miss another one of my blog posts again. Yay! I'm sort of glad you couldn't see that there. That was stupid. Anyways, the next episode of Jash Read should be in maybe an hour to end. Oh. And will be more of Animorphs #7 The Stranger by Kay Applegate. And for now, before we end the episode, we're going to start short little work on a graphic. Another graphic. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, just make sure it's recording, and this will be a start of a nice new graphic. I want this thing to take place on a beach. Let's see if we can do something like this here. Stone beach. Ta-da! Okay. Nice. But I sort of wanted near the ground. Filming locations. To me, it's always interesting about filming locations because you can have this scene that's that seems to be deep in a forest, and like 2 feet away, there's a highway. It's really amazing. Though my favorite part of filming, like hands down, is sound design. Because when those sound designs people, do their job, it's like fucking magic. They take sounds that you would not think to have put together to make something. Like, goddamn, there's like, oh, this interesting, there's this little sound in this shack. And then it is really fucking awesome there. Okay, I'm going through Dragonstone here. I was hoping to be by a cliff. Oh, okay, that was at the end of season 7. Not what I wanted. Okay, let's go back up here to. That's nice. That's people here. While the whole fandom can be bad at times, I'm I'm sorry, not really sorry, but it's like, oh, if you have a slightly different opinion, like, oh yeah, I don't like this character, or I don't really like this popular thing about the show. It's like, oh my god, you're Satan reincarnated. It's like okay, I am still searching, I swear. Okay, Dragonstone Beach. Let's add this Game of Thrones. Season 7. Okay. Do. Can't we have more down here? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm going to see if I can actually break it up. Correct, because I think there might be a way to sort of crop the picture. The only problem is, will it look good or not? And yeah, I probably could be saying stuff like, "Oh, this is how you make a graphic, blah blah blah. This will work, and these are sort of things you need to look out for." But I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, that actually works there. Okay, let's try to crop. Let's see the resize and 700. Okay, that's good. Let's see how this looks. Fuck. Let's see. Okay, that's not part of the boat there. Shit. Do I like that? Okay, I think I can. Remember when I had the Drogon and Jorah pick? God damn it, this would have made a fucking. That would have made a very good. Damn it. I still want to use it. I don't know if it will really necessarily work for the pick. Let's see if I can just do Dragonstone. I fucking hate it. I just found the perfect thing for a graphic I did before. It sucks. Oh gosh. Let's see. No, I think. Or do we want the dragons there? I don't know. I think the dragons could work. Yeah. Okay, this seems to actually work for this pick. I just fucking hate it because again, this could have worked in a former graphic. It's like the universe is mocking me right now. It's saying, "Hey, Jash, you could do things, but nah. You could really go far in your chosen arc, in your chosen field. But you know what? I'm like, fuck that shit. You're stuck here." Okay. Okay. Let's see if we want to do anything here, but I'm sort of going to call it quits just because it took so long for me to find it. And everyone can spend time figuring out what holding hands means. No, what? God damn it. I didn't want to save to computer. God damn it. I meant to save as project, be funky. God damn it. Holding hands. And yeah. So this is going to be, I know we haven't actually worked in the graphic, but it seemed to take a little bit to just find the fucking background I wanted to use. So we're sort of calling it quits for today. No need to waste your time. And again, next episode, Jash reads will be more of Animorphs number 7, The Stranger by Kay Applegate, and will air in just a few short hours, so keep tuned. Yeah. Bye.